We don't belong here.
How you doing? I'm Trenton.
I'm Alex.
And we're Hands Like Houses, hanging out on Planet Loud. We're at Coco in London, about to kick off with the Berry Tomorrow tour and having a great time already.
Yes.
Right, so you basically just came off a really big tour across the world, and now you're
pretty much, yeah,
in the UK. How's that all been for you?
Heavy, a lot of touring.
Exhausting, yeah. I would say, but also like really rewarding at the same time. Being able to tour so many places, and a lot of it was sort of us headlining for the first time as well, so testing those waters was really positive as well, something that we've never really done, so it's been cool.
Yeah, it's good to be back on a support tour as well, just being able to kind of get in, get out, go hard and fast, and then
less pressure.
A little less pressure, but it's fun as well. Like, we've been hanging out with Berry Tomorrow guys, they're legends, and all the other bands in Hearts Awake and Slaves are all great bands and great people, so had a great time.
Right, so does it differ at all between the Australian tour and the UK tour at all? Is there any differences?
It's hard to say. I mean, we get asked that a lot, and you know, there's little things just to do with, I guess, attitudes sometimes. You know, music tastes between countries, and just different ways that different venues work in terms of, you know, underage and overage shows. So that's probably the biggest difference with home, is that it is a very clear divide. You know, that you can't have also licensed all ages shows where you can't have a beer and still have a 14-year-old in the crowd. Is not, like, it's pretty much unheard of because the fees are so expensive for venues. So that's probably the main real difference. Other than that, I think it's just probably our own differences in, you know, the level we're at in each country.
Have you had any like crazy or funny stories happen on this tour? You know, anything bizarre?
No.
This is, and I was talking about to some of the guys, everyone's very sensible on this tour. It's one of the first tours we've done where everyone takes it pretty seriously. Not in like they don't want to have fun, but it's more fun playing a better show and like being there for the fans and for your bands and just like bandmates and hanging out.
People aren't relying on party times for good times, which is a nice break, I think.
Yeah. It's just a different sort of touring. Not that we're ever like a super party, but we've just been on tours where it's just been a different vibe to this, so it's cool to be on this sort of a vibe as well.
So would you say as you've matured as a band, you've also matured, so you're not so much lads on tour anymore?
I think
not so much. You have moments, but for the most part,
I think maturity in that circumstance kind of makes us sound like we're getting old and boring, but that's not the case. I think we're just at a point where, you know, we've obviously got to take, you know, we've got to keep upping our game, and to do that you can't be partying every night, you can't be out drinking all the time. It just, you know, particularly on vocals, it has a big impact, and just on the rest of our performances and attitudes, so, you know.
So a couple of months ago you released your last album, and you released an EP called Reimagine.
Yep.
How was the response to that?
Really positive.
Awesome.
I mean, it's
been really awesome.
We kind of snuck it out. We you know, we had a pretty relaxed writing and recording process with no real kind of deadlines or intent of when we wanted it to be out, short of, you know, just wanting to do it.
At some point.
we thought we'd try out kind of, you know, doing a short turnaround, like announce it and then have it instantly available for pre-order, which, you know, worked in a lot of ways, probably. But yeah, it was just kind of to gauge how quickly you can reach people and let people know that something's happening. But the feedback from everywhere has been absolutely fantastic, really encouraging, which is good because, you know, we set out really wanting to make something that was, you know, a rebuild from the ground up instead of just picking up acoustic guitars and chasing a buck, you know.
And playing the songs, yeah. And I think a lot of people got that, which was cool to see. Like a lot of reviews and stuff, everyone was like,
this isn't just an acoustic EP.
Which is nice, so 2 thumbs up, I would say.
How have the audience, you know, reacted to your last album, Imagine?
Yeah, really positively, like to the point where we've actually got mostly Unimagine songs in the set now. A few things scattered in throughout.
It's definitely like grown the band sort of exponentially, so obviously it's, I don't know, like Groundwell sort of got our foot in the door, and then I imagine sort of really started pushing us to where we want to be headed.
This tour has been a little more challenging, I think, just because it's such a heavy tour, and, you know, metal kids aren't always the most open-minded when it comes to, you know, new music and other stuff, but yeah, no, it has been received really well by our fans and people coming across us for the first time.
I was going to ask, obviously you're on tour at the moment with a band that's significantly heavier. How's that been?
2 bands that are significantly heavier.
I've been saying it on stage, and I don't want that to kind of cheapen it, but it's you know, we believe that music is about people, and so the people on the tour are great. So you know, music shouldn't be about genres and division. It's about a group of people doing something together. So you know, sure, it makes sense musically sometimes to have a similar bill, but you know, we like these sort of tours because it, you know, it keeps it balanced, and it means that, you know, hopefully there's people out there that are finding things to appreciate in each band. People have just come to see us, will still enjoy Bury Tomorrow. People who come to see Bury Tomorrow will still enjoy In Heart's Wake. In Heart's Wake fans will enjoy what we're doing, and Slaves are in there too. Sorry, left them out of their little... Yeah.
How did it happen, you guys, you know, pairing up together?
I think it was... I don't know actually. We have the same booking agent, which helps a little bit.
We sort of met the guys in passing
at Slam Dunk,
yeah. And they were obviously really nice guys and really positive about the music that we were making at the time, putting out. And they were like, oh yeah, we should tour together. And we were like, oh yeah. And then
that'd be awesome. And then
like a year later or something, or it might have even been more. I can't remember, but it was a while ago. And then they were like, yeah, do you guys want to do it? And we were like, yeah, absolutely.
Sure.
Plus, it's got a lot of Europe in it as well, and we haven't really toured Europe, so it's a good opportunity to start expanding our empire.
We're sharing a bus with them as well, which is pretty rad. So being able to kind of just hang out with them kind of all day, every day.
Yeah.
We haven't annoyed anyone to death yet, but we'll probably get there in a week or so.
Yeah, I reckon we've got about a week left.
Have you got anything planned in the near future? Or?
Yeah, well, I mean, we get home from this tour and start really sinking our teeth into the next
really
album, which, you know, we're recording kind of early mid next year. So you know, obviously that's always a big drawn out process. So yeah, looking forward to really locking down once we get home, do Christmas and everything with families and such, and then head off to the US in January, February before hitting the studio. So it's going to be a pretty heavy beginning to next year. A lot of stuff going on. So we're I think going to have to really enjoy our home time and make the most of the writing time. But yeah, feeling pretty good about it. So.
Well, do you have any advice for other bands that are obviously trying to break out? Because it's, you know, quite a big feat for you guys to...
I don't know, I reckon... Been thinking about this a lot. I reckon bands need to
have you just
really embrace kind of like the local touring sort of phase, where it's, you know, you're working on your own back, you've got time and facility to work a regular job and earn enough money to put yourself out there and, you know, put out music, make sure that the music is the best it can be, but really kind of lock down your hometown and then your home country. Because for us, like, we've spread ourselves pretty thin, and so it's been a really hard slog the last few years trying to build up, you know, in Australia and the UK and the US, and we've been lucky to be in a really great place now where we've got great things happening in each place. But even still, it's like we don't have one place where we're like, yeah, you know, we're killing it there and that's supporting everywhere else. Which I'm noticing a lot of other bands are kind of around the level we're at the moment, do have that really strong kind of either home territory or an overseas place where they're doing really well. But yeah, that would be my advice. Just kind of, you know, work hard as long as you can. Don't rush it. Don't try and throw, you know, don't immediately like, oh cool, we just recorded our first EP, I'm going to plaster every label's page with our YouTube link. That's the worst idea ever. Make sure the music is right, play shows, earn a following, and then you'll get noticed, because, and especially here in the UK, because it is such a small world, you know, geographically and in the music world as well. Like you will get noticed eventually by just playing supports, you know, doing the touring locals. That's what Bury Tomorrow have done, and they've been cranking on for what, 7 or 8 years now, and
yeah, and they're doing awesome.
And here, you know, it's taken them a long time to really start picking up the pace that they have with these last 2 albums. But yeah, really stoked for them, and I think that's the way to do it.
And finally, is there anything else you want to say to your fans, especially the ones all outside at the moment?
Yeah. Hope you guys get let in soon. Glad it's not raining.
Yeah, it's not too cold tonight, so that's good.
I hope you enjoy it. Look, we're stoked to be out on tour at the moment. If you do get a chance to see us in the next little while, we'd love to see you.
Yeah.
In the meantime, keep up with our socials, and hopefully see you in your part of the world soon, wherever that may be.
Bye.
We don't belong.